Well, it certainly is a busy one here at Vogan Weather HQ over the past few days, preparing for a trip over to Scandinavia, but I'm also uploading content on the website, content here on YouTube as well, so stay tuned. Thanks for clicking on to the Friday edition of Vogan's European Outlook. It is the 22nd of August. Tomorrow, European as well as tropical outlook. Sunday, there will be early winter thoughts. Monday, there will be the summer recap as well as the scoring. And then on Tuesday, I hope to bring an update from Copenhagen in terms of the European outlook. So, relatively short and sweet video today. So, bear with me a second here just while I load up the map. We'll look at the overall situation precipitation-wise. As we go through the course of the weekend, it looks as if we are not going to see a huge amount of rain. We do have a few fronts to speak about, but you can see here that all the way out to the beginning of next week, that there is little to no rain to speak about, thanks to high pressure that is re-establishing over the UK and Ireland, helped by the fact that we've got not one system moving eastwards across the North Atlantic, but we're also seeing Erin that may try and drag in some even warmer air than expected into the early portions of next week. Then it looks as if while we have this more settled and the turn to warmer conditions through the bank holiday weekend, we are going to turn much more unsettled to end the month of August. You can see here as we move and skip forward. So this is a total cumulative precipitation of the ECMWF out to the end of August here. And you can see here somewhat wetter conditions through the Atlantic, but also particularly south and through the central swathe of Ireland and UK, and also south into France and into central areas of Europe here. It has been very, very dry. There's no question about it. Let's have a quick look at, I should have pulled up these charts, but sorry, my mind is a little bit frazzled, I have to say. But let's have a quick look at the rainfall anomaly for Europe in the last 10 days. Firmly drier than average. And this is concerning given the fact that this is how the drought situation is looking like as we step into the early portions. This is as of early August, sorry. So just see here. Let's just see here. This is a little sneak peek at what I'm going to show you on Monday. This is how we start off at the end of April in terms of drought monitor across Europe. You can see here very dry UK, most of Ireland as well, into the near continent. This is how things are looking as of early August. You can see here eastern areas of the UK in particular in alert mode in terms of drought. Even eastern Scotland, which is quite interesting, not as bad. Northwest England and western Scotland. Ireland's got a mix of dry versus healthier conditions. But in terms of rainfall in the last 10 days, looks like this. The upcoming period looks like this here in terms of rainfall. So the dryness remains concerning. This is all the way out to the 28th of August, and it's looking drier than average. And in tomorrow's European and tropical outlook, by the way, we'll look at the week by week and even over the next 30-day period. Pressure, temperature anomaly, and also precipitation anomaly as well. So stay tuned for that. In terms of temperature anomaly over the next 7 days, it's looking like this here. So you can see here, still subpar temperatures, especially across the heart of Europe, Northern Europe. But a big relief over Scandinavia, as you can see here, compared to what we've seen in recent weeks as well. But let's go back to the overview chart then of the GFS model. We've got an area of low pressure bringing more unsettled conditions across much of Europe. That is actually an old chart. Sorry about that. There we go. So high pressure through the weekend. We've got one feature between Iceland and Greenland here. That associated frontal system is actually going to be edging eastwards through the course of the weekend, shifting the high a little bit to the east. And with that approach in the frontal system, we may pull in warm air. There's the remnants of Erin. Then as we play it through, you can see here that Erin moves up towards Iceland, and we may have something warmer coming up northwards as we step into the early portions of next week here. Let's put on the 850s off the GFS. You can see here the slightly warmer air. Wouldn't be surprised if we get back into the mid-20s, even in Scotland, upper 20s across the south of the UK, eastern England. We may see 26, 27, possibly 24, 25, I think, parts of Aberdeenshire into early Wednesday, into early Monday morning here. Back to the overview then. You can see here as we'll play through. Eventually, the floodgates do open to something more unsettled as we go towards the final days of the month. And then you can see here that we have this kind of no man's land in between areas of high and low pressure towards the coming days of September. So that's it for today. I'm afraid this is a short video, but I do encourage you to check out the videos through the upcoming weekend here. Like and subscribe if you haven't already done so, because there is lots of great content coming up. Also check out marvoganweather.com, and you can check out the latest content there as well. Have a great weekend coming up, and I'll see you tomorrow with the tropical and European outlook. Bye for now.